18 horrifying statistics about medical bills, medical debt, and the healthcare industry that will make you so mad you'll want to tear your hair out, Michael Snyder reports. And do not read this article if you don't want to get angry, but I'm going to read it for you anyway. The healthcare industry in the United States has become one gigantic money-making scam, and tens of millions of American families now live in great fear of illness and disease. Why are they so afraid? It's because a single trip to the hospital can ruin you financially. Even if you're covered by health insurance, medical debt can still wreck your finances. In fact, most of the people that go bankrupt due to medical bills actually have health insurance. Meanwhile, on the other side, there's a lot of people that are becoming fabulously wealthy from this system. Our healthcare industry has turned large numbers of doctors, lawyers, health insurance company executives, and pharmaceutical companies executives into multimillionaires. Of course, the largest shareholders in our gigantic healthcare corporations are raking in the most cash of all. The healthcare industry in the United States has become a cesspool of corruption and greed, and it's been the case for so long that we don't even remember what a legitimate system even looks like anymore. Many Americans truly believe that health insurance would protect them if something went terribly wrong with their health, but they discovered that health insurance companies will use their delay, deny, and defend tactics to weasel out of paying what they owe, what they possibly can. And if you do have a health insurance company that is relatively honest, and that is fairly rare these days, you're still just one really bad accident or one really bad illness away from bankruptcy, unless you are independently wealthy. Our healthcare system is designed to rapidly drain money out of us when we're at our most vulnerable. If you have to call for an ambulance to take you to the hospital, are you thinking about how much your care cost will be at that point? Of course not. You're just hoping that you will survive. Today, it's easy to rack up 10,000, 20,000, even 30,000 medical debt in the blink of an eye, and many hospitals are becoming extremely aggressive about collecting on those medical debts. I guarantee that many of you that are reading this article now know exactly what I'm talking about. One trip to the hospital can wipe out years of financial savings. But why should it cost so much? In many cases, a doctor only spends a few minutes with you. Sadly, you discover the truth when you follow the money. There are a lot of people that are becoming extremely wealthy from the system, and unfortunately, that does not include middle-class Americans. The following are 18 horrifying statistics about medical bills, medical debt, and the healthcare industry that will make you so mad you'll want to tear your hair out. Number one, according to the CFPB, approximately 100 million Americans are in medical debt right now. Number two, even though the vast majority of the population is covered by health insurance, 62% of the 2 million personal bankruptcies that are filed each year in the United States are caused by medical debt. 3, one survey found that U.S. households have piled up more than $220 billion in medical debt. 4, a 3-day stay in the hospital will typically cost you somewhere around $30,000. 5, Americans spend more than $200 billion treating cancer each year. 6, according to the CDC, heart disease costs this country more than $250 billion each year. 7, according to the NIH, diabetes costs this country more than $400 billion each year. 8, a 25-year-old mother in Nevada was handed a bill for $700,000 after her baby daughter spent about 2 months in the neonatal intensive care unit. 9, one study found that hospital cover overcharge Americans by as much as 18 times over their costs. 10, 78% of U.S. adults have avoided hospital visits because they cost so much. 11, hospital profits have risen by more than 400% since 1999. 12, a study that was conducted a few years ago determined that more than 90% of all hospital bills contain errors that can result in overcharges, unnecessary costs, and insurance claim denials. According to a 2020 study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, billing errors affected over 90% of hospital bills. These errors can result in overcharges, unnecessary costs, and insurance claim denials, leading to financial hardship for patients. 13, The average family premium for employer-sponsored health insurance in the United States has skyrocketed to $25,572 annually. 14. One survey found that 18% of all insured adults in the U.S. have had a health insurance claim denied within the past year. 15. Since Obamacare became law, the annual profits of the 5 largest health insurance companies in the United States have gone up by 230%. 16. In 2023, the 6 largest health insurance companies in the United States had combined revenues of almost $1.1 trillion. 17. In 2023, the CEOs of the 5 largest health insurance companies in the U.S. brought home approximately $75 million in total compensation. 18. There are 5 giant pharmaceutical companies that each make more than $10 billion in profits each year. Our healthcare system should not be based on greed. It should be based on helping people and doing what's right for patients. Other industrialized nations spend a much smaller portion of their GDP on healthcare, and many of their systems are actually more efficient. What is wrong with us in the United States? Why can't we get our healthcare system fixed? Can anyone answer that question? Unfortunately, I don't think that it's going to be fixed. They have made trillions of dollars by keeping us sick and managing our illnesses. When trillions of dollars are at stake, any effort to fundamentally fix a system will be met with overwhelming resistance. So it appears that we are stuck with our current system for the foreseeable future, and that's a very, very bad news for all of us. This is by Michael Snyder on the Economic Collapse blog. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. This is by Michael Snyder, and about the author. Michael Snyder's new book entitled Why is available on paperback and for Kindle on Amazon. He's also written 8 other books that are available on Amazon, including Chaos, End Times, 70 Apocalypse, Lost Prophecies of the Future of America, The Beginning of the End, and Living a Life That Really Matters. When you purchase any of Michael's books, you help to support the work that he's doing. You can also get his articles by email as soon as he publishes them by subscribing to his Substack newsletter. Michael has published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and the Most Important News, and he's always freely and happily allowed others to republish those articles on their own websites. These are such troubled times and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you have not already done so, we strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.